All right, let's talk about that moment. A moment every single developer faces. It's not about tracking down some elusive bug or shipping a new feature. No, it's that final crucial step, finding a home for your project out there on the internet. This is your roadmap to web hosting, designed to help you navigate all the choices and find the perfect fit.
So you've done it. You've spent weeks, maybe even months, pouring everything into your application. It runs beautifully on your computer, but now, how do you get it out there for the rest of the world to see and use? Well, that's the exact problem web hosting solves. It's the critical bridge between the code you've written and the people who are going to use it.
So what is web hosting when you really boil it down? Honestly, the simplest way to think about it is like you're renting a tiny piece of the internet. A hosting company provides you space on a super powerful computer that's always on. We call that a server. All your website's files, your HTML, your CSS, your images, they all live right there. And when someone types in your domain, that server wakes up and delivers your site right to their browser. That's it. That's the whole magic trick.
Okay, let's place our very first pin on the roadmap. For the vast majority of developers, this journey kicks off at the most common, most accessible entry point there is: shared hosted.
You know, this analogy is just perfect for understanding the different types of hosting. With shared hosting, you're basically renting a room in a big apartment building. You have to share all the utilities, the power, the water, which in our case is the server's CPU and RAM. You're sharing it with all the other tenants. Now, this is super efficient and really affordable, but it also means you've got to live by the building's rules. And that comes with some pretty important trade-offs.
So the key thing here is to really get the trade-offs. The biggest pro, without a doubt, is the price. It's ridiculously cheap, which makes it absolutely perfect for your first portfolio or a personal blog. But, and this is a big but, the downside is that you're sharing everything. If some other website on your server suddenly gets a massive spike in traffic, what we call a noisy neighbor, well, your site could slow right down. And even though hosts have protections in place, a security problem on one site could, in theory, cause issues for everyone else in the build.
Eventually, your project might just outgrow that first apartment. You're going to need more space, more power, and way more control. This is the point where you graduate to our next checkpoint on the journey, the virtual private server, or as you'll hear it, VPS. And this is a huge leap forward. With a VPS, you're still in a big building, but now you have your own private condo. The resources you pay for are guaranteed. A certain amount of RAM and CPU power is yours and yours alone. Nobody else can touch it. And what's so critical here is you get root access. Think of it like having the master key to your own space. It gives you the total freedom to install whatever software you want and to set up your environment exactly the way you need it to be.
Now, once you're in the world of VPS, you have another important choice to make. An unmanaged VPS is the cheaper option, and it gives you absolute freedom. But it also means you are the system administrator. You're the one responsible for updates, for security, for setting everything up from the command line. On the other hand, a managed VPS costs a bit more, but it gives you a nice, simple control panel. It's kind of like having a superintendent for your condo who handles all the technical heavy lifting, which lets you just focus on your code.
So, what does this actually look like in practice? Well, here's a modern, super cost-effective blueprint for a full-stack app. You run your back-end code and your database right next to each other on a cheap VPS. Keeping them co-located makes them communicate faster. Then, you host your static front-end on a service like Netlify or Vercel, which gives you an incredibly fast global content delivery network, a CDN, for free, serving your files to users anywhere in the world in a flash. And finally, for things like user-uploaded images, you offload that job to a specialized service. This whole setup gives you pro-level performance, but on a budget.
Now, just so our roadmap is complete, let's take a quick look at the destinations for really large-scale applications. Think of this as a checkpoint you'll only need to worry about when you've got massive traffic and serious enterprise-level needs.
At this pro level, you've really got two main paths. A dedicated server is like owning the entire house. All the power is yours, which is great, but it's very expensive and not easy to scale up or down. Then you have the cloud, AWS, Google Cloud, Azure. This is like having access to an entire city of resources. It's unbelievably powerful and flexible. But here's the catch. These platforms are seriously complex. They often require specialized knowledge, and their pricing, well, it can become a huge expense once those generous free tiers run out.
Okay, I know that was a lot to take in. So let's bring it all back together. The most important part of this whole journey is figuring out where you should start. The right choice for you depends completely on what your project needs right now. This right here, this is your decision-making framework. If you're building your very first website, like a simple blog or a portfolio, shared hosting is by far the smartest and most affordable choice, no question. If you're building a real full-stack app with a backend and a database, a budget VPS gives you the power and control you're going to need without costing a fortune. As you start to grow and traffic becomes a real thing to think about, a managed VPS or a carefully planned cloud setup is your next logical step. And dedicated servers, that's really for the big enterprise-level players.
And here is maybe the most important thing to take away from all of this. The decision you make today is not permanent. It's not set in stone. It's just the first checkpoint on your journey. The best developers always start with what they need right now, and then they migrate to more powerful solutions as their project succeeds and grows. Your hosting choice evolves right along with you.
This is Developer Roadmaps. Map your path. Build your career.